All right, back to it. So she need a permit to fix the violations.
Windows, yes.
Okay.
To because they decided to replace the windows.
Okay.
So she's obtained a permit for that and the drywall around it. The walls inside were badly deteriorated, so that's why basically they're taking as long as they have because they're basically renovating the whole entire house.
How much time are you asking for?
Can I have 20 days?
Sure, October 17th. I'll give you 30.
Le doy 30 hasta
So
octubre
generous.
17.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Hey, is this our whole calendar, even the tickets? Is this our whole calendar, even the tickets? Oh, okay, cool. Huh? Oh.
All right, item number
Wait a minute, it's not
116,
Cazzo.
Officer Baptiste, customer Sylvia Brown, case number CELDR 20180020.
I know French. I'm sorry. What number? What number?
116.
That's y'all vacations.
Good morning.
All right. This is a new violation. Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Hi, good morning,
Good morning.
Sylvia Brown.
All right. Ms. Brown, you've been made aware of the violation. Are there any objections to the violation?
No,
How much time you need?
90 days. About 90 days.
Hold on. Let me see.
I'm not working right now. What am I here for anyway? I'm new to this. It is my first time here, so work with me. What am I here for?
Mr. Baptiste, tell her why she's here.
Mr. Baptiste?
Ernst Baptist, City of Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This is a case that was open for the exterior of the property located at 1280 North West 127th Street. Exterior needs to be clean, wall, painted, and clean and free of dirt, mold, mildew, and faded and
So
cheap
that's the
paint.
whole,
That's
the whole house?
Yeah.
You speaking about to be repainted?
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
But I was in the process of before I dealing with my job situation. I had gotten the
I just want to make sure I get it.
No. I'm new to this here now. Work with me.
Okay.
I had gotten the what you call it, the permit, not the permit, the drawing to get ready to do more work to the house. So does it make sense to go ahead and like paint the whole house like?
Well, it's about, if you think about it, it's about priorities, right?
Okay.
So you want to do additional work to the house.
Yeah, I have the blueprints, so I had to pay like over $3,000 for that.
Okay, so
That was before.
here's what I'm telling you in terms of
Okay.
priorities.
Okay.
You want to do additional work to the
Yeah.
house,
That
but the
is-
city is telling you
okay.
that the existing structure
Okay, I got you.
needs something done to it.
Okay. So.
So
Okay. So I
60
get that.
days
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
for the existing structure. So I find that a
Okay.
violation does exist as cited.
Okay.
Issue you an abatement date of November 14th. Not abated by November 14th, then it's $300 per day until abated.
Wow. And I'm not working? So where am I going to get this money from? I'm
I don't
going
know.
to work on it.
Same place as you got the money for the
Well,
the
that was,
blueprint?
I was working then. I'm not working.
Oh, okay.
When you're doing it by yourself.
I know it could be hard.
It is. But, okay, so I'll work on that.
All right.
I'll work on it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
I won't say it's the last.
Because,
Since it's the first. All right.
wow, okay.
All right. Take
Have a
care.
great day.
You gotta say it. Item number 118, Officer Baptiste, customer Tammy D. Moore. Case number CELDR 2018000021.
Don't worry. He's coming back. Go. Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Hello, my name is Tammy Moore Bennett.
Okay. And you received a citation for the same thing as the last young lady. Are there any objections to the citation?
Yes, I didn't receive a notice for the paint that the spot that's on the house, that's on my house now, that he's speaking of. I received another notice and we got that fixed. The only thing I got was a hearing date.
Ernst Baptist City, North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This is the case that was opened back in May 2018 for the same violation as stated for the exterior of the property to be painted or pressure cleaned. And that was the only case that was open. Posted the property on August 14, 2018.
He's saying there was no other time or no other violation that you received relating to painting.
I received a notice about the stucco that needed to be painted, and that's the only thing I received. And that was done already.
Stucco's on the
stucco is
outside?
on the house, but it wasn't painted. We had
Okay.
to repaint the stucco because they had to redo it.
Okay.
But I didn't receive a notice for the rust that was on there. I only saw a notice for stucco, to paint the stucco.
He's saying the property needs to be painted and it needs to remain free of any dirt, mold, mildew, faded, or chipped paint. So I'm going to find out a violation does exist as cited. I'm going to give you till how much time you need?
30 days.
All right, great. I'm going to give you till October 10th. If not abated by October 10th, then it's $300 per day until abated.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 119, Officer Willis, customer 3 Horizon Condo. Case number MHVL 2017000659. No, that's inspirational. She was here. You missed her.
Good morning. Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Jason Schoenholtz, I'm the property manager.
All right.
We're trying to get our permit so we can close this case out once and for all. We have a permit for the parking lot in an applied status. So at this point, I'm waiting on City of North Miami to give us permits so we can move forward. Contractor understands that we have a violation and need to proceed the moment we have it in hand.
And you said you're waiting on the permit for the parking lot?
Yeah, we have a permit in applied status.
The issue before us today.
That's the only remaining item.
That's
is
all
Okay.
that's left on it, yeah.
All right, great.
Parking lot.
All right, how much time?
It was looks like the applied date was 8:30. It's permitting process for parking lot, ballpark, 2 weeks.
I mean,
think?
all you have to do is call and stay on top of them, and they'll run it through.
Okay.
So it's just how much time is it going to take him to complete the?
So assuming we have the permit in 2 weeks, it's probably a 3-week job because it's a 3 to 4 mobilization to do it. It's a large parking lot altogether. So permits in hand in 30 days, work done in 90 altogether. I mean, completed.
This was opened back in June of last year.
Special magistrate, could we do 60, and then if they're not finished, we'll do a progress?
I'm happy to
An
come back and
update.
talk to you again.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
That makes sense.
All right,
Okay,
60 days.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, Vanessa. And we have 3 Horizons South Condo. Officer Vanessa Willis, case number image route 2017-01183.
So there's a Three Horizons condo and a Three Horizons South condo. Cool.
Good morning, or good
Morning.
afternoon at this point, right? I'm Katie Bay. I'm with Clear Sky Property Management. We're the management company for Three Horizons South.
Okay, what have we done about the water intrusion?
At this moment, I'm waiting for the final bids from the contractors. The engineer gave them the specs. The bids were due on Friday. I followed up with everyone yesterday, but I haven't heard back yet. As soon as I have those bids, I have to notice the association with a special assessment, and the state requires, I'm sure as you know, 14 days notice. So we will be meeting in September with the board to pass the special assessment for this work, because just real quick, just to let you know, we weren't aware of the initial violation notice. I think it was in November, because someone must have taken it down. It's 120 units, so someone must have taken it down and not told us. And we don't receive mail there at the building, even though I know the last time I was here, you told me to contact the county, and I did, about the master folio number. And for some reason, they sent me back, and I have it here as proof. I'll send it to Inspector Willis, that they said that I couldn't change that address because we want to receive the mail at our offices, because they don't have a mailbox there
Right.
for the building. But anyhow, but ironically enough, when Hurricane Irma came through, there were a couple units, not just the owner, and we had been in communication with them, that had reported this, had water intrusion, but from outside cracks and some deficiencies in the balconies, right? So we've gone through all the units, which is what's taken some time, because we have to mobilize. There's gonna be swing stages and everything. So really, this entire project right now, it's gonna be close to a $200,000 project. Now, what we intend to do is that when they mobilize for the job to get this violation cleared up, we're gonna have them do that line first, which I believe is the 08 line, so we can get that owner, taken care of. And we've gone through these units, all 120 units, already 3 times through, because issues with access, the coordination, and so on and so forth. But my understanding, and Inspector Willis told me she's gonna double check with the owner, they haven't had any more water coming in. My belief, and from what the engineer has told us, is obviously like with a hurricane event, which we could get, right? But still, the hard-driven rain at that speed and everything else is what really has brought the water in that one time.
Yeah, it happened in my home as well.
Yeah, and I think what happened with the unit owner, and he was actually, and I have minutes of meetings that I'm going to share. I'm going to email them to Inspector Willis. This owner was actually at the meeting that we had in April, where we already had all the preliminary specs, where all these discussions were being had. I think when he filed this violation, he may have thought that we weren't addressing it, and he may have been concerned, because this building has always had financial hardships whenever they've had anything outside of their operating, costs. We started managing them just, 3 years ago. And at that time, they had an elevator modernization that was 9 years overdue. And when I took over management, that was the first thing I tackled. And they had been accruing fines for 9 years. And I actually resolved that and took care of that. And it took a while. And so
And let me guess, you guys operate without reserves.
they always waive down reserves. The membership does, yeah. But what I want to say is that the board is not stepping aside from the responsibility. We're definitely pushing, and I'm gonna follow up again today, because I need those bids so I can pass the special assessment for the correct amount. Because we don't want a special assessment and then come back and say, oh,
Right.
it's more. So
Right.
anyhow, I hate to hold up one owner. That's not the intention over everyone, but there's a reality and he's on the 8th floor, just so you know, and it's a 9-story building. So it's not something that we can just fix
Right.
without all this mobilization and everything. So that's, and I have all the backup documents, which are the most recent ones, because I had sent the initial ones to Inspector Willis back I was here, I think in May, right? Yeah, in April, because we had already been working on it, and then I have the most recent documents too that
Okay.
I'll send to her.
September meeting, October, November. All right, December 19th.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Item number 84, Officer Gary Beswick, customer Lasum Investment, case number FYBRR 2017-0018.
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
My name is Van Call Simon with
Okay.
Lossman Investment.
And your position with Lossman Investments, Inc.?
The Vice President.
All right. I've already adjudicated this case for a 40-year recertification. Where are we at in the process?
Right, everything is pretty much almost ready. I'm trying to get rid of the tenant right now. I'm evicting him because it's taking a little time because I got all the paperwork and everything.
Do you have a report?
Yes.
Yes, a report was submitted, and there's some repairs that need to take care of before it can be approved. So they're gonna need time to obtain all the necessary permit to do all the report, all the repairs that are required by the engineer.
So December?
Yes, sir.
All right. December 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Item number 125, Officer Gary Beswick, customer Aware Homes LLC, case number MSRL 2017-00580.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead and make your appearance.
I'm Carmen Nevares. I'm a manager with Ware Homes LLC.
All right. This property was previously adjudicated. Needed permits for air compressor, an electrical panel, and bathroom remodel. Where are we at today on those issues?
The process for the permit, it went for the first round in the city, and plans were released last Thursday. So I picked them up on Friday. Now they're with the architect. We had already been monitoring everything that they had been posting from the different departments. So we have notes on all 4 departments. So he already had been working on everything with the engineer to resubmit. And hopefully during the next month, I feel because it has to go through the whole process again so that they can review. But we have been, at least now we know what we have to resubmit. And it
How
should be
much
done.
time are we talking about?
I believe it's going to take at least 30 more days to go through the whole process again. So we will be resubmitting this week. So
Give them 60 days to be
probably
safe.
60.
Okay. November 21st.
Perfect. Thank you
All right.
so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Item number 129, Officer Vanessa Willis, customer YMP Real Estate Management LLC, case number MSVL 2017-01280.
Go ahead and make your appearance for the record.
Good morning, I'm
Good morning.
Tamara Jackson with YMP, Center Court, Assistant Manager.
Tax
And I'm
receipt.
Deborah Dominic with YMP Real Estate Management, the management company.
Okay. Let's see. So this one seems relatively easy. All the business all the tax
Receipt.
receipts.
Yes, we this morning paid for the past due amounts for the renewals that were not done in 14, 15, 16, and 17. And so I
Y'all
now
make them
have-
go all the way back if they still there, huh? Oh man.
Apparently, unfortunately, we became aware in December that these years had not been renewed. And my understanding was we needed to get a certificate of use issued so that we could renew the business tax receipt.
Oh wow.
And in order to do that, there were some violations that needed to be resolved.
They took y'all back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Very much.
And so we resolved all of the violations except for one, which is the parking lot paving, which we are working on now, and we have an extension to November 4th to finish that. So once that's done, they'll be able to issue the certificate of use, and we can renew our 2018 license. So if I could
All right,
get
November 21st.
November 20.
Okay, thank.
I mean, so long as, I mean, I already submitted the application for the certificate of use. So once the parking lot's done, as long as that can be, you know, issued, I don't think it should be a problem.
That's an additional 2 weeks from the expiration of the parking lot.
November
Right.
4th, so
Yeah,
to
so
the
it should be
21st.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vanessa.
Vanessa,
Yeah.
don't go nowhere.
Item number 113, Officer in 13.
Anybody else need an interpreter who's being seen? No? All right. My interpreters, you're free to go.
Item number
All right.
13,
Thanks, guys.
Officer Vanessa Willis, customer Sutton House condo. Case number MHVL 2018-00288.
Vanessa Willis, City of North Miami. That one is closed. They did comply. The dumpster enclosure has been repaired.
All right, case dismissed.
And item number 114, Officer John Dorville for Sutton House.
Thank
Case
you.
number MHVL 2018-00831.
Thank you.
So they did, both of them was about a dumpster, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
We received that violation. Oh, sorry.
Good.
Shayna Webster, the property manager.
All right. Been made aware of the violation. Are there any objections to the violation?
No.
How much time?
30 days because they're working on it. They said they should be finished by Saturday, but just to anticipate, I guess, two weeks.
All right. Find out a violation does exist is cited. Issue an abatement date of October 10th. If not abated by October 10th, then it's $300 per day until abated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 77 and 78, Officer Golden, customer JL International Investment, case number MHVL 2017-00201 and MHVL 2017-00282.
Hello, Your Honor, Malik Paget.
All right. Just for the record, your relationship to JL International Investments?
Property manager.
All right. We have two violations that were previously adjudicated. Where are we at with them today?
Yeah, I was hoping I didn't have to see you ever again. Hopefully this would have been completed. Rahima knows my long story. The last time I was here, I think, was August, the first week of August. We had just gotten a new contractor. He agreed to do the work. He was submitting the paperwork. He was only paid partial deposit because we've been frauded before. He didn't come back, so we filed a police report. Did not come back, didn't return phone calls or anything. So I'm at the second situation.
Where are you getting these people from?
My man, let me tell you that it is so hard finding a contractor to do a 5-lot job. Either it's too small for reputable people. I've interviewed probably 40-something people. I mean, I've asked around. She knows. I've asked everybody. I need a contractor. And when you find, and the problem is, the valid contractors or the better contractors won't do work that small. They won't even entertain it. The small guys are willing to entertain it.
But they ripping you off.
But they rip you off. So we're between a rock and a hard place. And it's just not the paving. This actually requires these two big they're like huge containers that have to go underground. So some people look at that and walk away from that. And that's the requirement of the city to have that done. It's just not paving. It's these two big containers that have to go underground and then paved over top of it to control, I guess, drainage flow. So the problem is getting reputable people. I've interviewed more people last week, and I have a gentleman that I'm just waiting for him to submit his numbers. But we're very proactive because it's not just getting the work done. It's also involving a family who has put their life savings into this, and I feel so obligated to want to see this happen so they can open up the doors to their assisted living facility. They've invested thousands of dollars and finding credible people. I'm going to finish my master's degree. I don't even want to be affiliated with going through this, but it's irritating, to say the least.
Have you tried? There's one I know called Foster.
No, but I will take any suggestion.
Try Foster Construction. I heard they're good.
Foster Construction.
Yeah, I've heard they're good.
All right, and I've been very proactive with Rahima.
I don't know nothing about them, but I just heard they good. I'm making no
I'm gonna
recommendation.
save it on my phone.
For the record.
Foster. All right, I appreciate that. It's been an uphill battle, and I'm working with a loving family that trusts me to get this work done for them.
All right. Let them keep trusting you for another 60 days, November 21st.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
That's your last one.
Item number 106 to 109, Officer Rahima Golden, customer Bud
Morning.
Dollhouse.
Good morning.
We need an afternoon now.
Good afternoon, yes. Geraldine Gornberg with Carrefour Supportive Housing, property management for RUDG Little Haiti Housing. We actually finally got a contractor to work on the property with our nonprofit budget and a little bit of money that the city of North Miami gives to us. Ms. Golden is aware. The only problem is that he went to go get a permit. He submitted it, but he said he told us that he came back to the board and said that they required that he pay per painting, and we were not aware what is that we have to do. But Rigo did go and apply for the permit. I have the contractor here with the scope. This is for you.
The
with
board.
the scope of all the work that's being done.
The board is saying that they weren't aware of what?
That the contractor told us that we thought it was a regular permit that we pulled, but he came back and said that the city of North Miami is requesting that it's they charge us per painting color for the property. So I don't know what he's talking about. And Ms. Golden said that's not how it works.
How does it work, Ms. Golden?
City of North Miami Co-Compliance Officer Rahima Golding. As she stated, she was told that she must pay per color. To my knowledge, it's not per color, it's per job. So if it's one job and you have a base color and trim, then they'll charge you based on the job, not per color.
Okay. So he did pull the permit, so I'm going to go back to him and tell him that to go back to the city and tell him that's not how it works. This job.
Or to get clarification.
I was going to say, yes, clarification.
Yeah. Because we're a nonprofit and we just got audited and our audit went well, so we're going to pay him in 3 stages, but he's going to do all the job at one time. So by December, all of this should be done, including the parking area.
How much you willing to bet on that?
Oh, no, it's going to be done.
You want to find this going to be final?
No, yeah. Trust me, it's going to be done. I love the beer, but no, I don't want to be back over here anymore.
December 19th, last one.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Ms. Golden, thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys enjoy your lunch.
You too. If we can get to it. Inspectors, you know the deal.
106 to 109. All of the change of ownership ones are closing the system already, except one. China State. Peter, not Peter. Eli Fisher. So you're gonna hear now?
Okay, I'm trying to hear 2 conversations at one time. I'm being nosy about what she said. People always trying to get with me.
Do they know?
Ain't even worth it. It just be fleeting thoughts. They come and they go.
All right, item number 1 through 4, Officer Dorville, customer AGS in Association.
Is it what? There's no one here on behalf of the property. Is there compliance?
There's not compliance. This is John Dorval City, North Miami Code Compliance Office.
Let the fines go forward.
Item number 7 through 11, Officer Destiny, customer Brookview condo.
There's no one here on behalf of the property. Is
City
there,
of North Miami Code Compliance, Sophia Beasley. No, there is no one here for the 5 violation on the property.
is there compliance?
No,
Let the
neither.
fines go forward.
Item number 22 through 26, Officer Rahima Golden, customer Cristobal Jill.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Rahima Golding.
Okay, that's the last one. Okay. Is there compliance?
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yes, there is. All
Okay.
but one.
That's what I'm saying. That
Okay.
one.
MHVIO 2018-00861. I am requesting.
861?
Yes.
You sure it's not 854?
No, 854 is complied.
Okay.
856 is complied.
Okay.
860 complied.
All right. All
Eight-
those are dismissed.
Okay. 861 postponed. They did they did submit for a paving permit. They're doing a lot of work on the building, so
60 days? 60 days?
60 days, thank you.
All right. And 862 is also complied?
862 is complied.
All right, dismissed.
Item number 38, Officer Golden, customer G&L LLC.
Complied.
Case dismissed.
Item number 47, Officer Golden, customer HGMC Build LLC.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Rahima Golding. I'm requesting that this case be postponed. They did obtain a permit for the paving.
All right. Then they should get the paving, right?
Yeah, I would
The-
say 60 days.
To paint the parking lot?
Yeah, to repave and restripe.
All right, 60 days. I blame these long periods on y'all anyway. Next ones.
All right, item number 85, Officer Shanna Sanders, customer Leonor Ramirez Del Valle.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Is there compliance?
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. No, as of today, the permit still has not been obtained.
All right, issue the ticket.
Item number 80, Ernst Baptiste, customer George Gutierrez.
There's no one here on behalf of the property. Inspector.
Ernst Baptiste City, North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. Property was posted on August 14, 2018. It's for a makeshift shed that is on the property. Today, the shed was still there.
All right. Having heard testimony, evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited. Issue an abatement date of October 10th, not abated by October 10th, and it's $300 per day until abated.
Item number 99, Officer Destiny, customer North Miami Therapy Center.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Desolin. This violation was issued on April 23rd, 2018 for not having the house number placed on the right of way of the
Right.
property.
It was previously adjudicated. Did they fix it?
No.
All right. Let the fines go forward.
Item number 101 and 102, Officer Desaline, customer Pinero Real Estate LLC.
There's no one here on behalf of this property. Now you get to do the whole thing.
Wait, it's 101 through 104.
Yeah, it's all of them. City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Desolin. All 4 violations were issued in March. The first one was for paint the entire property, and the second one was for the facial board, the roof, and the third one was for the parking area that need to be resurfaced, and the last one was for a sign that need to be repaired. And the notice to repair were posted on the property of August 15, 2018. And as of today, the violation is still exists on the property.
Having heard the testimony and evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, finding the violation does exist as cited, issue the abatement date of October 10th respectively, and if not abated by October 10th, then it's $300 per day per citation until abated.
Item number 127, Officer Baptiste, customer Willis McMath. In case, do I need to read the case number? No? None.
Lance Baptist, City of Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This is a new case that was opened back in May 21st, 2018 for junk in the rear of the property. Property was posted on August 14, 2018. Yesterday I passed by, I took pictures. Violation still exists.
All right. Having heard the testimony and evidence presented, the property owner failing to appear after having had proper notice, find that a violation does exist as cited, issue an abatement date of October 10th. If not abated by October 10th, then it's $300 per day until abated. Is there anything else to come before this special magistrate?
And that completes all.
All right. Then these hearings are hereby adjourned.